Good afternoon and welcome from Derrick Keller Field in St. Louis Park. I'm Bruce Over along with Mike Olson, and it's Junior Legion baseball today as the Minnetonka Bulldogs invade St. Louis Park to face the Rail Cats. So it's Rail Cats there, Paul. But and for Minnetonka, they come into this game at 7-3. St. Louis Park 6-3. Mike, pleasure to have you with me.
It's good to be here, Bruce. It's a nice warm night.
Go back to when I first started announcing. Not to give everyone your age here, Mike, but Mike was first year that I did baseball. I think it was for Northern Cablevision at the time, and Mike was a pitcher for the St. Louis Park Orioles, and I still remember that fastball and how I didn't want to be in the batter's box when Mike was pitching. So later, Mike, you were drafted by the Kansas City Royals.
That's right, 1980. Yep.
And played in the Royals organization. So
that's right. And for a couple of years, I did.
And now, Mike, you've been involved. Well, look at this, Mike.
Yeah, these are some other St. Louis Park boys too. Larry Goldetsky, myself, and who's the one on the left?
Paul. Well.
Dave Solseth. Okay. Yep. There's a couple other St. Louis Park boys before that too, so St. Louis Park has a nice history of that.
Do you still have all that hair?
I don't, no. That's why I wear a hat.
Must have been the water in St. Louis Park. I'm running into the same problem over there.
That's right.
So.
That old creosote plant.
So for St. Louis Park, they'll take the field first. And for St. Louis Park, Archie Olsen will be pitching. Catching will be Nordstrom, the first baseman, Henstein. Ryan will play second base. Jamarillo, the shortstop. Caniso at third base. From left to right, it will be Weisberg, Remfer, and Keller. Mike, tell us a little bit about Archie. If anyone could tell us a little bit about Archie, you probably can.
Well, you can see that he's a big kid. He likes to use his body when he pitches. He needs to keep it down in the strike zone. He's been learning a different breaking ball, which he has to add to his repertoire. He's been trying to learn a changeup, which is really important for kids at any age. And so, you know, he's a typical young pitcher. He's trying to find his groove. He's trying to find his pitches. He's trying to find his way. And each time out, you learn something about the craft. And Archie's in that boat. He's on the Junior Legion team, which is 16-year-olds. Archie's 15. He has a late summer birthday. He won't turn 16 until late August. But he's been having a good summer. He does a really nice job.
And the team in general, you've had a chance to watch them play a little bit this year. How have they performed so far?
It's a scrappy bunch. There's nobody that's really going to hit the ball over the fence. It's a scrappy bunch. They try to stay in the game and then string together a bunch of hits late in the game to take over. And that's pretty much been their MO the whole time. They're prone to a little bit of defensive lapses, a little bit of errors. They have been correcting it a little bit lately. But they're a scrappy bunch. Nobody's blowing them out by any means, and they're in every game.
So as we get ready to start for Minnetonka, leading off will be Willie Tuseth, followed by John Kleist and Nathan Abzug.
All right, William, get us started here, bud.
Willie batting .429 this season, playing shortstop in today's game.
.429, that's a good average.
You and I were talking how it's very warm, 91 degrees here at game time, but a little bit of a breeze from the wind is helping things. Otherwise, it would be a very hot day today. It's very humid out here.
Thank goodness for the breeze.
Nice pitch in there for a strike. Looked like the ball was carrying out at the Target Field today. Quite a few home runs.
Yeah,
four of them by the Twins, I think.
I think so, and there's 7, 8, and 9 hitters all hit one.
On the corner for strike two. So Tuseth taking 2 straight pitches and now behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Just underway here in the first inning. In the dirt. Strike 3, and good play by the catcher Nordstrom as he was able to grab the ball, throw it on over to Henstein and 1 away.
It's a nice third pitch by Archie. He got the batter up 2 strikes. And what you want to do in that situation is not give the batter anything good, and he put that one in the dirt, and that's a good piece of pitching by Archie.
And the pitch count too.
And the pitch count too, that's right.
Another strike as Kleist comes to the plate, averaging 386. Some good averages in the top 5-6 hitters here for Minnetonka.
That's what you hope for. Put your high average guys up front. Good high fastball.
So fouled away again. Archie ahead of the hitter. No balls and 2 strikes. Thrown 5 pitches, all of them strikes.
We'll see what Archie does here with 2 strikes. What his philosophy is going to be. Ideally, you want the hitter to go chase something in this situation. Nothing too good.
Kleist from the left side takes the pitch and hits him.
Well, he didn't give him anything too good there, did he?
No, tried to get him inside. That just came up a little inside. Kleist tried to swing away from that, but unable to get away, and it just nicked him. So that's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Nathan Abzug. Another 400 hitter, batting 440.
Archie's going to wish he had that last pitch back, I'm sure.
Kleist with the lead at first base.
He's got a good lead.
Archie looks into Nordstrom. Kleist again with the lead, not going this time, and a nice pitch for a strike. So
he's thrown 1 ball and he hit the guy with it.
that's important to see a pitcher after they hit a batter to be able to come back and throw strikes again and not be intimidated.
Absolutely, especially a young pitcher.
Throw back on over to first, runner back in safe.
Doing a good job holding a guy on who looks like he might be able to steal.
Kleist not going again, and the pitch in on the inside corner for strike 2. So Archie doing a good job pitching from in front to the hitter.
Once again, 2 strikes, no balls. We'll see what Archie does with this. Good time for the runner to steal in this situation.
Yeah, Kleist not going, and a swing and a miss by Abzug. So 2 strikeouts so far in the first inning for Archie Olsen, and now it's going to bring up the cleanup hitter Henry Fellabaum, the center fielder for the Minnetonka team. We'll see if they try and get Kleist into scoring position here. Again, not going. Great stop by Nordstrom.
Really nice stop. Centered himself on the ball, kept it in front of him. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
First time we've seen Archie behind the hitter in the count.
Yeah. Still doing a good job with that runner at first.
Kleist not going on this pitch and just misses low and outside. So 2-0 the count. 1 on, 2 outs here, top half of the first inning. Railcats against the Bulldogs. Up high.
Looks like he's lost a little bit of concentration out there. Something he has to recover from.
That time Kleist had a big lead, but again, a nice throw back to first base. Keeping Kleist honest over there at first. And just up high again. So 4-pitch walk. That'll send Kleist on over to second base. Fellabaum on first, and John Jackson, the hitter. Third baseman for Minnetonka, batting 387.
Now it'd be a good time for the catcher to go out and talk to pitcher who's struggling to find the plate a little bit. He's lost his concentration a little.
Just up high again. And the 2-0 pitch is it. Looked like it was in there for a strike, but just a little
just outside.
Outside, so.
And he's doing what you don't want to do on a nice hot night like tonight, Bruce. You don't want to start running your pitch counts up on the batters. It looks like he's dropping his arm. His pitches are high. He's got to keep his arm high. Nordstrom going out to talk to him. It's a good idea.
Again, as we mentioned, it's a hot day too. You just start throwing a lot of pitches, and you're just and with the hot temperature, sometimes you're not thinking as much, and you're rushing it and tiring out a little bit. So
that's right.
A little break here helps. And you bring up Wyatt Sieber, the designated hitter, with bases loaded. And Archie started off the game throwing strikes pretty much to the first 3 hitters, and that's a nice pitch. So.
Sometimes it just takes a catcher going out, breaking the action a little bit, get your thoughts together.
Placed on third, Fellabaum on second, Jackson on first, and the pitch is up the middle, and a nice play by the second baseman. That was Ryan. I didn't see that time if he touched second base. It's
right.
They had the force at second, but he elected to throw it to first. So.
Yeah, he took the long out on that one, didn't he?
Well, no harm done for the St. Louis Park team as they get out of that inning. And now we'll see what they can do with the bats here.
Archie threw 19 pitches that inning, which is a little bit more than where you want to see your pitcher throw on any night, but particularly on a hot night like tonight. You just don't want the pitch counts to be that high.
It started off so promising too with 3-pitch strikeout at the beginning, and again, you know, just you can come out in the second inning and start getting back into the strikes again and getting that pitch count back down again. So you just want to, at this point, get him to the dugout, let him rest a little bit, and then he'll get back out there.
That's exactly right.
Zablosky, the pitcher for Minnetonka, on the mound. Crone catching. Abzug, Lode, Tuseth, and Jackson in the infield. The outfield is with Murphy, Fellabaum, and Kleist.
Minnetonka always has a strong baseball program, right up from Little League into Babe Ruth, into Junior Legion and Legion and high school. They always have strong baseball teams. A lot of kids play over there, and they have a lot to choose from.
St. Louis Park's lineup will be T.J. Remford leading off, batting. He'll be at first. Joey Jamarillo will bat second. Joe Burnley, the designated hitter, will bat third. Remford batting .500 and takes the first pitch high and inside for a ball.
This is a kid who can really run too. If he gets a chance to get on base and run, he can really motor.
Swing and a miss.
Swinging on 2-0 after he missed the first 2 with balls. Thought a take sign might be on, but he's got the freedom to swing.
There's a nice hit. So a leadoff single by TJ Remford will bring up Joey Jamarillo.
Jamarillo's a sophomore who played the whole season on varsity this year as a second baseman, shortstop, and relief pitcher.
And the pitch by Zabrowski in for a strike. Zabrowski checks the runner at first base. Remford gets a 3-step lead over there.
Breaking ball in.
So Jaramillo behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Orioles like to send Remford here. They're not. There's a high fly ball to right field. And we'll see if the wind has any effect on that, but Kleiss does a good job to get underneath that, make the catch, and Remford goes back to first base. So one away brings up the designated hitter, Joe Burnley.
Joe's another sophomore who played on the varsity team this year, the entire season. Good-looking sophomore player.
Runner going. There's a base hit to left field. We'll see if they're going to send Remford to third, and the ball's cut off. So the Orioles will have, or I should say, the Railcats will have runners on first and third.
You can see how fast Remford was on that ball. That ball's hit the left field. So he's real close to third base, and TJ Remford just took it from all the way from first base, and there wasn't even much of a play.
We'll see what the over-under number is for how many times they say Orioles after covering all the Orioles teams. So Henstein comes up with runners on first and third. And there's a fly ball to right field. Should bring in a run. Runner tags and the throw comes into the cutoff. So a sacrifice fly by Henstein.
Nice hit. That's what you want to do in that situation.
So 2 down, and now Archie Olsen step up to the plate. Archie batting .368 on the season. Runners going. Had a good jump that time. No chance.
He sure did.
No chance for Crone.
He stole that ball on the pitcher. Pitcher slow to home. Runner stole the base on pitcher being so slow to home.
And the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. And the pitch by Zablowski fouled straight back.
Took a nice cut at it.
Yeah, just right on that ball.
They'll save some balls. Like that was a good man on it. He's got lights here. He's got lights all the way around too. You always have lights, remember?
So 2 balls, 1 strike the count. St. Louis Park leading 1-0. And just off the outside corner. Good eye that time by Archie.
Chance to help himself on the hill a little bit here by getting a key hit.
Runner going. Hit and run that time.
I think if the ball wouldn't have been hit, I think he would have stole third base
Again.
quite easily.
Again, he had a great jump on the pitcher. Zablowski, as you mentioned, a little bit slower coming to home.
Yeah, he's not paying much attention to him down there at second base. Oh, that hit him. Here's ball 4.
Well, and again, some of the fans saying they sort of was in a swinging motion, but again, it's where it hit him. I think it hit him in the shoulder.
I'm not sure what the umpire is calling here.
I think he's going to bring him back and call it a foul ball.
I think he's calling a foul ball. I don't.
Runner going.
Sure did hit him.
Yeah. Well, got the walk anyways.
That was a strange way to do it. And you can notice that Burnley stole the base on the pitcher, stole third base on the pitcher on that one. That was a bizarre sequence with Archie on that last time.
Well, that'll be interesting to see if the Orioles elect to try and send Archie, because again, the pitcher's a little slow coming to home plate. Runner on third, but there are 2 outs, so I think they'll make a play at second if they can.
Right.
There's a chopper fielded by the pitcher Zablaski on over to first. So a nice play by Zablaski, fielding that ball in the third base side of the mound and getting the ball on over to first base in time to retire the hitter Keller. So 1 run for St. Louis Park, 2 hits, and we're through 1 inning here from Keller Field. St. Louis Park leads 1-0.
Patty, let me be honest with you. Won't filing for Social Security benefits online be confusing?
George, it's simple and easy, and you can do it in your pajamas from the comfort of your own home.
Oh, my.
You've navigated through asteroid belts, right?
Oh, sure, plenty of times.
Well, compared to that, navigating socialsecurity.gov is a snap.
Really?
It's so easy. Even Kirk could do it.
Bruce Over and Mike Olson back at Keller Field here in St. Louis Park.
It's not any cooler than the last inning.
Mike, I used to play out here, Colt, Pony Colt.
That's right. I remember Pony Colt. This field has been a big field in St. Louis Park for a long time at this location.
Yep. So Matt Crone the catcher will lead off. It'll be Crone, Lord, and Murphy, the numbers 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Minnetonka. Olson's pitch just grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop,
nice
on over
play
to first. There's 1 away.
That's a real nice play by Jam Morello. Went to his left, slid over there real nice, got a tough hop and threw him out at first. Nice play. You can see why he played varsity baseball this year.
Yeah, and St. Louis Park Orioles varsity team had a number of seniors from the infield that had graduated, and they were able to retool some of the infield, and they did a great job this season.
They sure did. On a very bizarre high school season weather-wise.
With no outdoor practices.
That's right. There wasn't 1 practice this year.
I think at one point you had, I don't know how many games in a row you had, and was it like 14 straight days of baseball?
That's right.
Yeah.
14 straight days of games.
Now some of the high school teams had did it with double headers, right? But
right.
The Orioles really just had game after game after game. And,
that's right. That's right. Game after game, and that's taxing. It's taxing on a pitching staff and on the players. It's tough as a high school kid to play every day like that. But pretty much everybody was in the same boat this year. Everybody had a bunch of games.
sure a lot of these players wanted a little break before they started playing Legion ball.
Absolutely.
Olson's pitch, a check swing.
Call them out on swinging.
So third strikeout of the game for Olson.
Nice cut fastball there by Archie down low.
But it seemed like when he was struggling a little bit in the first inning, it was just he was up high, and now he's getting the ball back down again. So.
That's right. You could see in the first inning when he was struggling, his whole body was dropping, including his arm, just like on that one. He's dropping his body, and he's not staying tall on the pitch like he should be.
How hard is it to be over here where you can't tell him what he's doing wrong?
It's very hard, because ordinarily I'd be right on top of him right now, telling him what he's doing.
That's a good pitch, and it's lined into right field, and it's
an out.
He got it. It's hard to see from this angle, but good job by the right fielder, Keller.
It's a nice
grabbing
catch.
that at the shoestring.
You got to have those as a pitcher. You got to have those.
So a good inning for St. Louis Park that time is 1, 2, 3.
This 8-pitch inning.
Just what the doctor ordered on a warm day.
That's right.
So how long, Mike, is the Legion season now?
Well, I think it goes until late July, if I'm not mistaken. And then it depends on how far you go in the playoffs, tournaments and everything. I know the big Legion, which is for the older guys, goes a little bit later than the junior Legion like this. But they go both into late July. And it depends on how far you go. Your season could be over in late July, or it could trickle into August a little bit.
Okay. So for the St. Louis Park Railcats this inning, they'll have the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters up, similar to what the Bulldogs had the previous inning. And for the Orioles, it'll be Keenan Diesel, Kyle Nordstrom, and Eric Weisberg. Keenan batting .278 this season. Swing and a miss at the first pitch by Zabloski. And the 0-1 pitch by Zabloski is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Keenan taking on that one, and now behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, fly ball to right field. Going down the line and making the catch that time is Kleist. So there's one away, and that's going to bring up Kyle Nordstrom.
It's a nice catch by the right fielder.
And the breeze blowing towards right field, so again, that ball was sort of breaking away from him, and Kleist did a good job to run that one down. Just low below the knees on that pitch, so Zabloski behind, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the hitter Kyle Nordstrom batting 8th in the lineup for St. Louis Park, and the pitch just inside. So it's 2-0. Low again, 3 balls, no strikes.
Yep.
See if Nordstrom will be taking on this one.
Nordstrom's a catcher that everybody in the St. Louis Park program is hoping can keep developing like he has.
And he gets hit. Seeing a couple inside pitches in this game already.
Yeah.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Weisberg.
There's nothing wrong with throwing inside. It just, when you hit somebody, that's when it becomes a problem.
Well, I think we'll see if the Orioles keep running while they, until Minnetonka can throw them out. They'll.
Nordstrom, being a catcher, doesn't have the greatest speed. The guy at bat, Weisberg, has very good speed, however.
Well, and Remford, the hot hitter, up next for they hit the top of the order. So Zablaski behind 2 balls and no strikes, and the pitch taken for a strike.
I think he had the take sign on there.
Here's a bunt.
Bunt, very good. He's going to be hard to get at first base. Got him.
Well, great play by Zablaski.
It really was. He really came off that mound hard to get a very fast runner.
So Nordstrom moves over to second base and back to the top of the order with T.J. Remford, who had a base hit his first time up.
I think Coach Bissonette is going to bring in a courtesy runner for his catcher at second base. Elliott Slade is coming in to pinch run. Courtesy run, excuse me, for his catcher. Slade has pretty good wheels and should be able to score on any base hit to the outfield.
Chopper up the middle.
It's got to hurry to get him.
Remford with some speed, and they got him.
Yeah.
Great play by the shortstop, Tusa.
That was a close play.
So a good inning for Minnetonka as St. Louis Park goes down without a run here, and we're through 2 innings of play here from Keller Field. 1-0, St. Louis Park with the lead.
Patty, let me be honest with you. Won't filing for Social Security benefits online be confusing?
George, it's simple and easy, and you can do it in your pajamas from the comfort of your own home.
Oh, my.
You've navigated through asteroid belts, right?
Oh, sure, plenty of times.
Well, compared to that, navigating socialsecurity.gov is a snap.
Really?
It's so easy. Even Kirk could do it.
We're back here at Keller Field. 1-0 St. Louis Park. Junior Legion team leading. And now for the Minnetonka Bulldogs. They'll have the top of their order up here for the second time to face Archie Olsen. It'll be Tuseth, Kleist, and Abzug.
Top of the order.
Tuseth striking out on 3 straight pitches his first time up. And this is a nice job by Archie, and it's had the glove way up there, was able to stay balanced, fill the ball, and throw on over to first for the first out.
Yeah, that was a real nice fielding play.
So 1 away, and Kleist, the hitter. Olsen had him at 0-2 the first time, and then just threw an inside pitch that hit him, so he was able to take first base. And now he takes the first pitch into left field, and it just a diving attempt by the left fielder Weisberg. Almost had it, and it's going to be a base hit for Kleiss. Great attempt, though.
Real nice try. I thought he had it. Looked like it handcuffed him a little bit.
First hit of the game for Minnetonka, and now Nathan Abzug, the hitter. And the 1-0 pitch. Foul back. Nice swing by Abzug that time.
Real nice swing. Just missed that one. A little bit in on his hands.
So he's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. And
Come on, Nathan, there we go, kid.
I think you don't want to see a big guy like this extend his arms.
right.
There's a nice pitch.
That's popped high in the air. And Henstein with the catch.
Good breaking ball. Low and outside on that one.
This little breeze so far has not had any effect on these balls. We've seen a few fly balls and a pop up here, and players able to get underneath and fill the ball.
Yeah, they're playing them really well, considering the wind. And it feels good for us.
Cleanup hitter Fellabom, so fouls this one to the fence and out of play.
Good pitch right there, right in on his hands.
You see Minnetonka has come out swinging here in the third inning.
They sure have. Minnetonka's always been known to come out swinging. They're not afraid to swing the bats as a program. Good
Nice
pitch right
breaking ball.
there. Nice snap throw over to first base by Nordstrom, letting that runner know that he's on to him.
So Olsen ahead of the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Archie's got 2 strikes here. We'll see what he does with this pitch.
Runner going
Oh,
up
boy.
the middle, base hit. And we have a shot at third. They like to just cut it off here. And runners will be at first and third.
Nice job, Henry.
That's Archie had that batter 0-2, and he gave him too good of a pitch, too much of the plate on that one, and that's something that a young pitcher has to learn, as we talked about before. When you have a batter 0-2 like that, you can't give him too much of the plate. You got to make him go fish. And that's something that Archie will learn, and any young pitcher should learn.
And you see it sometimes even in the major league level where an 0-2 pitch right across the plate.
You sure do.
Nice pitch that time.
And they have to learn that. You got, that's what's called a pitcher's count. You have them 0-2, and you're not supposed to give them anything good, because they'll be protecting, and you got to give them something that they're going to go reaching for.
Even at the Little League level, I remember having our catchers line up on an 0-2 pitch. You didn't want your pitchers getting their pitch count up, but still more important to try and get that out, and you get your catcher moving outside and get the pitcher throwing outside so you can get the guy to chase.
That's right. And it's just something that you have to learn as a young pitcher.
There's a grounder to the shortstop, fielded cleanly. Low throw to first, fielded by the first baseman, Henstein. So Jamarillo to Henstein for the third out. Again, no harm done. So good job with runners on base for St. Louis Park.
Nice recovery. Nice play by Jamarillo. Jamarillo's really a nice little shortstop. He's scooping up everything.
Solero's getting through the top part of the order the second time for Minnetonka, not giving up any runs. And for the Orioles, they'll have the top of their order up, number 2, 3, 4 hitters. Again, 90 degrees, but breezy here, so it's you can see the dirt blowing. There's some of the fans out here taking in a great day for baseball. Mike, where are we at pitch count for Archie?
Archie's at 39 pitches, which isn't too bad in this kind of heat.
Is there a number that you think they'll cap him off at?
Well, he pitched the other night, the 7th inning against Farmington, a good Farmington team. He finished the game in the 7th inning and he threw about 25 pitches. There's a couple errors. And I wouldn't think that he has much in the tank tonight. I would think they'll cap him off at 70, I would imagine, today. See what the heat does to him. He's kind of a bigger guy. We'll see what the heat does to that big body of his.
The black uniforms don't help him, this guy.
No, they don't.
And the 1-0 pitch to Jaramillo across the plate for a strike. So it's tied, evened up at 1-1.
Jaramillo flew out to the right fielder last time at bat.
Just inside.
Kind of looks like he wanted that pitch the way he was glaring in after it.
Railcats getting 1 run in the first inning. Now we're in the third here, 1-0 game.
There's a nice base hit.
Perfectly placed in front of the center fielder.
Got the barrel of bat out there and just plunked it right in before the center fielder.
Third hit of the game for the Railcats, and now Joe Burnley steps up to the plate. He had a base hit his first at bat. You mentioned that this team doesn't have a lot of power, and we're seeing it right now with just a lot of singles and base hits.
That's right. Small ball.
See if Joey.
Oh boy, he sure had him too. He's going to get third on that one.
And he'll go standing up to third base.
And if the first baseman would have come up with it, they would have picked off Jaramillo. They had him leaning.
So Jaramillo now at third base. Chance for an RBI here for Burnley.
Joe Burnley spends some time at Legion and occasionally gets in a game at Junior Legion. He's in that age where he can do both.
Mike, that last error, would you give that to the pitcher or the first baseman?
I gave it to the first baseman. It looked like it was a catchable ball.
Fly ball to center field. This should bring in a run. Fielded by Thellebaum. And the throw comes back into the pitcher, and a sacrifice fly.
Nice hit by Burnley.
So one away brings up Andrew Henstein.
As a base runner, you can see on that play how the center fielder was backtracking on the ball. And that's a good time to tag up if the center fielder is backtracking or going sideways. If the center fielder is coming in like that, it's harder to tag up on those balls. Good piece of base running by Jaramillo to come in.
And again, with that being the first out, the Orioles made sure that it was a fairly safe tag.
That's correct. With this wind coming in the way that it is tonight, not a lot of balls hit up in the air are going to go over the outfielders' heads.
How much effect does a wind like this, if any, have on a pitcher?
It depends on what kind of breaking ball he has. If he's got a pretty good curve ball, the sharp wind coming in like that could really hold up the curve ball. If he's got a slide or a hard breaking ball, it shouldn't have much, but it might at different times. It affects a curveball pitcher more.
I think so many times people will get a windy day and they'll think so much about the hitters, you don't even think about the pitcher, and that's, you know.
That's right. And it does affect. As a curveball pitcher, you'd like it to see it come into your face a little bit.
Grounded to the shortstop. Two Seth on over to the first baseman, Abzug, and Henstein retired for the second out.
Nice play by the shortstop going to his right in the hole. Throw out a runner that's not the fleetest of foot. Nice play.
So Archie steps up to the plate. Walked his first time up after being hit by a pitch which was called a foul ball. Breaking ball just outside. Inside, 3-0 count.
Looks like the pitcher doesn't quite want to challenge him. He's throwing breaking balls on the outside corner and on the inside corner.
There's a strike. Zablosky's walked one, also hit a batter. So 2 players reaching base.
I bet Archie would like to have that pitch. I don't know if he had the take sign or not, but it sure looked like he wanted to swing at that one.
There's a high chopper to the shortstop. 2 Seth on over to first. And the side retired not before the Railcats come up with a run. And we're through 3 innings here at Keller Field in St. Louis Park. 2-0, St. Louis Park.
Everyone needs a good night's sleep, but it's hard to sleep tight if you're worried about bed bugs. That's right, bed bugs are real as the threats posed by other household pests like roaches, rodents, and termites. Together, they contribute to illnesses like asthma and Lyme disease, major property damage, and contaminated food. To learn how to protect your home and family, visit pestworld.org. Because household pests shouldn't keep anyone up at night.
You've done it for a lot of years.
Well, that's a good way to stay away from the sun. No rain, though, although rain was predicted for this afternoon, and it's holding off right now, clear skies.
Yep. Nice to get a game in that doesn't have to be postponed until later.
Mike, you know, going back from when you played, has the game changed that much? Is there what, you know, how has the game changed, if any, from back when you played?
I don't think the game itself has changed that much. I think the participation levels have changed now. Being that, you know, 30 years ago, there wasn't really any other sports. Soccer was just up and coming. There wasn't lacrosse. There wasn't extreme sports. And so baseball was still one of the things that everybody pretty much played. So you had a lot of people, you had a lot of numbers, you know, to choose from. I think that's the biggest thing that's changed from what I can see. I see some very good athletes over on the lacrosse field, over on the soccer field, some really good athletes that normally 30 years ago probably would have been playing baseball.
Right, I know, you know, when you look about 6, 7 years ago, you know, like people in the leagues, the presidents of all these organizations saw the numbers dwindle a little bit from soccer, as you mentioned, and now just in the last, you know, year to 2 years, it just seems to be going down because of lacrosse. So
that's right. That's right. It's the up-and-coming sport. There's no doubt about it. And the kids who play hockey love to play lacrosse. It's kind of the field equivalent of hockey.
There's a grounder to the third base. Gonna have to hurry.
Nice play.
High throw.
Oh boy.
Over the first baseman's head.
Looks
Back
like
up by the right fielder.
And we got him.
Great job.
Oh, how about that?
What a great backup by Keller. Fielding that ball quickly and throwing on over to second base, getting the tag in to get Sieber.
Excellent play. Excellent backup. It's exactly what he was supposed to do, and it's nice to see that he did it.
Brings up Matt Crone, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. And the pitch is grounded to the second baseman. Ryan on over to first base, and there's 2 away. So quick 2 outs.
Archie's liking that. You see a lot of ground balls when Archie pitches. He throws what you have probably heard of being called a heavy baseball. And some pitchers just have it. It's very heavy when it comes in.
Archie covering first base and side retired. So good job that time. And again, how many pitches that inning?
That was a 3-pitch inning.
Not too many of those.
No, there isn't.
So,
4-pitch inning. I take that back. 4-pitch inning.
Very quick 4th inning. So we're through 4 here from St. Louis Park, and St. Louis Park leads 2-0.
He's talking about the kind of baseball that Archie throws. You see a lot of ground balls when he throws because it comes in heavy and it feels heavier, and it's hard to explain when baseball weighs only so much for everybody. But there's some guys when they throw, it's heavy, and it's hard to loft the ball when someone has a heavy ball like that, and Archie throws a heavy ball. It's hard to explain, but there's pitchers, you've probably heard it throughout the years, he throws a heavy ball, and that's exactly what that means.
Well, it's different from a sinker ball pitcher that just keeps there, where you get a lot of ground balls from the sinker ball pitcher.
That's right.
But you're saying you can throw that ball up high and still get.
That's right.
11 for 4. 2 for 9. So 11's pitching. Got it. Got it. Just 2 of them? Yeah. No babysitting.
That's right, and that would be different than a sinker ball pitcher, where a sinker ball is a distinct pitch that a pitcher has as part of his repertoire. A heavy baseball is just something how it comes out of the hand and into the catcher's glove. It comes in hard, and it seems to weigh more because you can't get a good loft on the ball.
We're getting a new pitcher in the game. It's going to be Zach Elder pitching now for Minnetonka. Foul ball.
Keller trying to lay one down. He's one of the fastest players on the roster. Not a bad idea. Third baseman's onto it now, and he's creeping in, cheating a little bit, as is the first baseman.
Zach Hill in the game also for Willie Lord.
That was a nice hit by Keller.
So his first hit of the game, and it'll bring up Keenan Kniesel.
Keep an eye on Keller on the base pass. He can really run.
Pitch misses for a ball. And the pickoff. Throw on over to second base.
Drop the ball.
And he dropped it. Yep. Good job by Elder that time, as he had the pickoff play, and Keller able to force the fumbled ball over at second base there and get into second base. So
Keller going on that one as soon as the pitcher raised his leg, which he did.
A little bit harder too with the left-hander.
Indeed.
Just off the corner. So 2-0 the count.
Like to see a young player in this kind of situation hit the ball to the right side, get the runner over.
And there's a fly ball to left field, fairly deep, but not enough for Keller to advance. Well, now he can. Some poor fielding by Minnetonka right now. It's a play where you got to hit the cutoff. And,
that's right. That's exactly right. You got to hit the cutoff right in the chest, and they didn't do it.
So Keller on third base with Kyle Nordstrom at the plate. Nordstrom was hit by a pitch his first time up. Infield's going to come up now.
I don't know if Coach Bissonette would call a squeeze of any kind here. Safety or a suicide. Just to get that third run. Third baseman's playing a little bit back. Might be a good worth a try.
Right now Elder having trouble throwing strikes. Up high.
You're down, bud.
Let's see if Nordstrom takes here with a 3-0 count.
All right, Zach.
If you get Nordstrom on first, see if they run can they do a courtesy runner for him?
Yes, you can courtesy runner for the pitcher and catcher. And Coach Bissonette is making that move.
This is a great opportunity to send the guy from first base, and you have the speed of Keller at third.
I'm sure they'll call that. Elliott Slade coming in to run again. I think this kind of situation, if you're going to go, you go as soon as the pitcher raises his leg.
The skippers now bring the infield back a little bit. 2-0, St. Louis Park leads. There's a fly ball to right field. Not very deep. Fielded by the right fielder. Here's a throw home, was cut off. And a sacrifice fly again for Weisberg.
It's nice to have that speed on the base paths.
Well, St. Louis Park just manufacturing their runs.
That's right. And we talked about it at the top of the telecast here, that's what they do. All three of their runs have come off of sacrifice flies.
Remford fakes the bunt and takes it for a ball. Here's a great opportunity to send the runner and get him into scoring position for Remford, who's got a great bat.
And great speed.
This one's grounded to the second baseman, who fields a high hop. Tosses over to the shortstop at second. And the side retired, but another run for St. Louis Park. And now we're through 4 innings with St. Louis Park up 3-0.
Hi, I'm Betty White, and I'd like you to meet my friend here. This is Red. He's a puppy with a very special job to do. to be a guide dog for someone who is blind. Together, they'll travel the world in safety and with confidence. Guide dogs for the blind provide their services free of charge, thanks to the generosity of people like you. Please visit guidedogs.com to learn how to help today.
Use your legs now, Arch. Use your legs.
So 3-0, St. Louis Park leading here in Junior Legion game. St. Louis Park coming into this game 6-3 for Minnetonka. They're 7-3. So far, Olsen doing a good job shutting down this Minnetonka team. And for Minnetonka, they'll have the number 9 hitter and back up to the top of the order.
This will be a big inning for the young pitcher Olsen. 5th inning. Pivotal inning coming up at the top of the lineup soon.
Inning number 4 was a 3-pitch inning. So our pitch count is
46.
Okay. So top half of the 5th. Connor Murphy, the hitter, and takes the first pitch outside, on the outside corner, I should say, for a strike. For St. Louis Park, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Minnetonka, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors.
Good change up by Archie. Like to see him work on that pitch. It's a perfect spot for it. Just missed with it.
And the one pitch up high.
It's important that he gets his first batter. He's just got a 3-run lead, which isn't much in this type of baseball. First guy is always important.
Nice pitch. Did a good job coming back after that high pitch with a strike on the outside corner. Actually right across the plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes a count, no outs here. And pitch by Archie is in there for strike 3. Murphy looking for out number 1. Strikeout number 4 in the game. And Willie Tuseth. Taking the first pitch.
Don't want to have this guy on base. You would like to get this guy out.
0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out to the pitcher. And swings at a low pitch.
Once again here, we'll coming up on the spot where we've been working with Archie. What's he going to do when he has 2 strikes? Saw what happened earlier in the game where he gave him too much of the plate. We'll see what he does here.
Well, Nordstrom put his glove down low and outside. That one came across deep in the shortstop hole, and an infield hit for Tuseth.
Leadoff hitter is going to have good speed like that.
I knew Willie was going to be safe on that one.
Again on that 0-2 pitch.
Yeah. I'm sure Archie's a little frustrated. He didn't quite get it where he wanted it to go, and I'm sure he's a little frustrated by that.
So some speed at first base with Tuseth, and a grounder to the first base side, and just fouled. That time Henstein had trouble hanging on to that ball, but crossed the line foul.
Archie's had a number of opportunities in this game where he's had him down 2 strikes. And he'll learn.
Which is good that he's pitching ahead of the hitters, and that's a good thing.
That's right. And this is something that he'll learn from.
Here's another chance again, 0-2. Interesting here to see what the catcher does and where he puts the glove.
Archie's shaking him off twice. See what he's got here.
Down.
Nice pick.
Oh. You know, that was a great job by the catcher, Nordstrom. Not only did he fill that ball, but he was able to fill it cleanly enough to be able to throw back to first. And
excellent play. Archie's still in a pitcher's count. 1 and 2 is still a pitcher's count.
Place 1 for 1 in the game. He was hit by a pitch, and strike 3 on the outside corner. Great pitch by Olson. That's exactly where you want to see that.
That's where you want to see it. Maybe he's learned from his couple times before. He didn't look happy when he gave the number 1 hitter too good of a pitch.
So 2 down. Pitch low and outside. Again, fielded by Nordstrom. He's done a really good job behind the plate so far in this game.
He really is moving well.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good looking pitch.
If you're going to miss, that's a good place to miss.
That's absolutely right. This is a big batter for Archie. You don't want to put another guy on base this late in the game.
And you have the cleanup hitter on deck. Fellabom. There's a strike.
It's important for a pitcher this late in the game to use your legs to help you pitch, not just your arm.
Just missing off on the outside corner that time.
Oh, I can't believe he called that a ball.
Got 2 very close misses here, and it's now 3 and 1. Another one.
Well, he's not giving him some pitches.
Well, and again, you know, we saw when he was struggling a little bit in the first inning, it was just high, but these are right off the corner, and you know, so he's right around that strike zone.
That's right. Well, now he's got himself in a little bit of a mess. We'll see how he pulls himself out.
So number 4 hitter Henry Fellabom, 1 for 1 in this game, and
umpires decide he's going to have a tight zone all of a sudden. It's a little puzzling on a 90-degree night.
There's the strike.
This guy hit it pretty sharply up the middle last time. Pitch that Archie had him down 0-2.
In the dirt, and the runner will advance to third base. Well, both runners move up. So
wild pitch there. Tough pitch for Nordstrom to handle, especially somebody who throws hard like that.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. We'll see if Archie can get out of this one here. 2 down. And it's now 3 and 1.
Looks like he's losing a little bit of gas.
Grounder up the middle and in for a base hit. Could score 2. Bobbled by the center fielder.
That's exactly where he hit it before.
For that time, he had a little trouble filling the ball. Still made a strong throw to the plate after bobbling the ball, but base hit for Fellabom, and it's now 3-2 game.
Archie got off to a good start in the inning and running into a little bit of trouble here.
Fly ball to left field.
Right at him.
So 1 pitch out there, and that gets him out of the jam. A couple runs in the top half of the 5th. And we have a ball game here.
Yes, we do. All of a sudden, Minnetonka's a good team. 3-run lead is not a lot against a strong team like Minnetonka.
Well, we'll see what St. Louis Park does. They're the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So important now for them to see if they can get some momentum back on their side.
Yes.
How many pitches is Archie?
He's at 69 pitches right now. Getting up there a little bit, considering he pitched the other night. Nice warm night. We'll see what happens in the 6th.
So Zablosky started the game for Minnetonka. They brought Elder in last inning, and he remains in the game.
See the Minnetonka coach is trying to butter up the umpire a little bit. I'm sure that explains the tight strike zone last inning.
That's right. Just remember now when you're coaching that you're gonna have to get some water cups on in your dugout.
That's right. Jamarillo had a nice base hit last inning, scored on a sacrifice fly.
Important if they can get him on base too with that speed. So takes the first pitch up high. Burnley on deck.
That might fall in.
Blooper right between the shortstop and the left fielder, in for a base hit.
Once again, you drop down the barrel of the bat and you can plunk it right in there. Second time that Jamarillo has done that.
2 for 3 in the game for Jamarillo, and now Burnley the hitter. Base hit in the first inning, sacrifice fly in the third. 1 for 1 officially.
Burnley does a lot better when he has the kind of swing that hits line drives versus the kind of swing that puts the ball up in the air. Sometimes he has a tendency to loop his swing and the balls go up in the air too often.
There's one of those fly balls.
Yep.
Murphy with the catch, and there's 2 away. Or one away. One away. So bring up Andrew Henstein. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. Again, we saw a good pickoff move earlier on by Elder, and that's had St. Louis Park sort of staying at bay here when they've had runners on base so far.
That's right, and it was Jamarillo. In fact, last time he was on, that was picked off, and the first baseman couldn't catch up with the ball, and he ended up on third base only to score on a sacrifice fly. So you'll notice this time he's not going off first base so far this time.
Bunt. Fouled off. So the count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm not sure that was a coach signal bunt or whether Andrew Henstein just did that on his own. I'm not sure which one that was.
Didn't look like he squared enough to get it down one of the lines on that one.
No, he didn't. Bunting's a lost art in baseball. You asked me earlier what's changed about the game a little bit. I would say that today's kids are not as good at bunters. They don't want to bunt. It's no fun to bunt.
Right. Well, even in the major leagues, it's not as much as you've seen in the past either.
That's right.
I think a lot of that too. Pitchers now have developed so many different pitches to throw too. It's
yes. but it definitely still has its place in the game, and
Sure.
it's a valuable tool for an offensive team.
Bigger lead this time. And now he could have been, if a good throw by the catcher to the second base side of first base would have got him, but
The Minnetonka parents wanted it, but it wasn't close.
no. So 2-1 the count. 3-1. It's another close one, so
Yes, it was.
consistency is important.
Yeah, that's right. At least the umpire's being consistent.
So now St. Louis Park has runners on first and second with one out, and they'll bring up Archie Olson.
Good opportunity for Archie to help himself, put a little distance in this game here.
Mike, I don't know if you have recollection on this stat, but does he hit better against right-handers than he does against left-handers? Or
He says that he likes left-handers best, but I don't know if his stats would back that up. I'm not sure. I haven't really taken a look at it.
there he goes down to get that one, and this could be over the head. Nope, center fielder did a good job.
Oh, and
Getting that was fella bomb. Looked like for a second it may go over his head,
It
but
sure
he was
did.
able to catch up with it.
that was a nice play by the center fielder. And again, we have a strong wind coming in, and that ball just wasn't going to carry anywhere tonight.
It was a good hit. Archie got a good piece of that one. And again, just great play by the center fielder for the second out. Now Keller up to bat. St. Louis Park would like to get some insurance here after giving up a couple runs in the top half of the fifth. They had a 3-0 lead. It's now 3-2 as we're in the bottom half of the fifth. 2 outs.
Where that ball was hit on the field, John Morello on second base should have been tagging. That ball was far to center right, and he was running away from his spot to get it. John Morello should have been tagging on second base. Something that a young base runner has to learn. Situations like that.
And the pitch by Elder is strike. Frozen at the plate. It was
sure
Keller that
did.
time. Great pitch in that situation by the pitcher Elder.
It's lefty curveball.
So St. Louis Park retired after getting a leadoff hit in the inning, and we're through 5 innings here from St. Louis Park, 3-2, and the Railcats lead the Bulldogs.
Hey, Joe, are you a male living in the United States or U.S. citizen overseas between the ages of 18 and 26? If you are required to register with the Selective Service System. Yes, you. Guys living in the United States and U.S. citizens abroad are required to register within 30 days before or 30 days after their 18th birthday. It's the law, and there are severe penalties if you don't register. However, registering with Selective Service ensures that you will remain eligible for student loans, government jobs, job training, and in many states, even your driver's license. More important than anything else, registering with Selective Service is a crucial part of becoming an adult and acknowledging your duties as an American citizen. It's simple and easy. You can register online at sss.gov or your local post office.
Back here in St. Louis Park, 3-2, great ball game here from Keller Field. And for the Bulldogs this inning, they'll have their number 6, 7, 8 hitters up.
important that Archie goes out and gets the leadoff batter in this situation.
Archie was able to retire the 6, 7, 8 hitters the last time he faced them on 3 pitches. Just inside. You can't guarantee we'll keep Mike here in the, with the headset on if Archie starts throwing some balls.
No guarantees what happens. He can't lose this first guy. It's very important for any pitcher late in the ball game not to give out free passes.
Time called.
Kind of a late timeout when the pitcher's in the windup. He shouldn't be allowed to call timeout.
Nice pitch. See if Archie can battle back here. Down 3-1 in the count. Situation you like to just make the hitter hit the ball. Oop.
And he didn't. That's a tough one right there.
Well, I think this is going to do it here maybe. We'll see. It's thrown over 70 pitches now, so.
I'm sure he's tiring. He pitched, like I said, he pitched the other night in the 7th inning and threw about 25 pitches. I'm sure he's tiring.
Pitched a great ball game.
As any pitcher, I'm sure he's asking him if he can go, and like any pitcher, he's going to say, I'm fine.
Well, this will give him a breather too, and maybe, you know, at the same time they can discuss how they want to handle this runner at first base. May see a bunting situation here too.
That's right. There's nobody loosening up in the bullpen for St. Louis Park. So my guess is he's going to ride Archie out through this inning anyway.
Long discussion on the mound as the umpire will come out and Archie will remain in the game.
He's probably going to have a drawn in third baseman. First baseman will probably charge. It's important that they get an out in this situation. Not necessarily the lead guy at second base, which will be tough because he'll probably be breaking on the pitch.
So Matt Crone to the plate now where he's 0 for 2, ground out to second and short. St. Louis Park trying to hold the runner. Sieber gets a good lead. And the bunt is foul.
Kind of makes you cringe as a coach. He doesn't look too happy about it. Sure, he'll get another opportunity here.
As a pitcher, when you know the hitter's going to bunt, do you throw differently, try and bring it up a little bit, see if you can get him to pop it up?
That's right. You want to be up in the strike zone with it.
Well, that one time he just chopped at it, so he took the bunt off. He grounded it to third and under the glove of Kniesel for an error, and runners on first and second. So
that's a tough break right there.
And St. Louis Park has done such a great job in the field. You just
that's a tough break, and now this guy's going to be bunting, and you want him to bunt it down the third base line to make that third baseman come up.
This is Hill in the game who came in for Lord.
Only strikes 2.
What you want to do is, as you mentioned earlier, you want to throw it up in the zone so the batter's bat is high so that the possibility is there that he pops it up. Important for the pitcher to throw strikes.
That one didn't miss by much.
You can't go for a strikeout in these situations. You just have to throw it in there.
Yeah, at this point you need the out, and there's a strike. The last pitch would have been a hard pitch to bunt.
It sure
a lot of
would
movement.
have. Yes. This guy's a pinch hitter. I don't know if he's a normal batter. There's a good pitch. That's where
So Olsen battling back, goes down 2-0 on the count. Now it's even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now we end up taking away the bunt here from Hill.
I'll be surprised if he's asked to bunt again.
Swing and a miss. It's if you're St. Louis Parks coach, you're excited that you're able to avoid that. But as Minnetonka's coach, you just cringe that sort of almost feels like a wasted out that time.
Absolutely.
And now the number 9 hitter.
It'll be interesting to see whether he tries bunting again here. And
that's not missing by much.
That certainly looked like a good pitch. I don't know where else you can throw it.
Oh, what a great stop.
He's got him. He's got him.
Just threw it a little bit late.
Oh.
You know, it was a great stop by Nordstrom. Amazing how he was able to get that, but he just double pumped a little bit on his throw to third.
Yes, he did. And surprisingly, the first base runner didn't go with.
They may send him now, though.
He did definitely have him, though. Now they'll send the guy at first. They'll get this guy over to second base.
And foul back.
Archie's got himself in a little bit of a mess here. Coach is choosing to play his middle infielders at double play depth. Third baseman in.
The hitter is Pete Maple, who is batting for Connor Murphy. So pinch hitter.
Guy at first base has a tremendous lead.
Again, so important to make a good throw to first with the runner on third. But so far, she's done a good job with those throws to first.
They got him. He's got him.
They got him. What a great play. And that's a big out. You know, how big of an out is that now? Because now you've got the number 9 hitter up. If you can get him out, you avoid getting the top of the order up.
It sure is.
Oh, that's grounded right up the middle. That's a nice hit by Maple, right up the middle.
Look at that. And we got a ball game. Right up the middle.
So we're tied now at 3. And 2 Seth. I really like the job that Nordstrom has done behind the plate, though.
He's done a good job. He's moving very well. Archie's showing signs of fatigue. His body language, his arm.
Again, not missing by much.
You can tell he's...
This could be his last pitch.
It could. He's looking very tired.
Nice. See if we can battle back here. 2 Seth, the tough hitter. He's 1 for 3 in the game. And here's a grounder to the second baseman. On over to first, and the side retired. So Archie is able to get out of the inning. But for Minnetonka Bulldogs, they tie this one up, and now St. Louis Park will have the bottom of their order up here in the bottom of the 6th. So great ball game is to see Minnetonka with 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. St. Louis Park 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error.
Come on, Missy, I got 7 for 8. 7 for 8.
Minnetonka getting everyone in the game. They're bringing Schroff in for Crone.
Big inning for St. Louis Park. Their half of the inning, bottom of the 6th. Like to see the jump and get a run here this inning.
They're down 11.
So Schroff now catching in this game. Zach Elder, the pitcher. Grounded to the shortstop.
Oh, it handcuffed him a little bit.
So close.
Quicker.
We've seen about 3 different opportunities where St. Louis Park has just been out by a step.
Boy, I think that ice cold water is coming into effect a little bit. Just my opinion.
I'd like to see the umpire get down the line when he's going to make those calls too a little bit more.
Yes.
So the catcher Kyle Nordstrom.
Wow. Close there, Zach.
So that strike zone is tight now.
Yeah, he's really changed his whole zone since the first inning. It's not the same as it was during the first 2 innings for both pitchers. And all you really want is some consistency.
There's a strike.
And that should have been a strike, as it was right down the middle.
I think that time Nordstrom taking. There's 2-1 pitch. He's in there for strike 2.
In the first couple innings, he had a nice big zone, both pitchers, and he's tightened it up since then.
He's got a piece of that one.
And I don't think it's the time to do it. I think at a tight game like this is not the time to tighten up your zone. There's a base hit.
Oh,
he caught it.
What a great play by the shortstop.
Boy, he's having a nice game. Sure looked like it was going to drop.
Great range as we look at it again, and you can just see that glove just stretched out and able to pull that one in.
Really?
What a great play by the shortstop.
Sure was. I thought it was going to go in for sure. I wonder if the wind held that one up like we've been talking.
And Weisberg. Nordstrom did a good job to get the bat on that ball. Just a great play by the shortstop.
Weisberg's a kid you'd like to see get on base because of his speed.
Foul ball. Top of the order coming up.
Willie made the last out, so 2, 3, 4. Otherwise known as Murderers Row.
Both teams at the top of their orders. Coming up. 3-5-2, 3-5-2. Can't be any more even than this on the scoreboard. Right back to the pitcher, Elder. Underhands it on to first. And St. Louis Park retired. So we're through 6. An even game, 3-3 our score. Stay with us as we have inning number 7 coming up.
Everyone thinks my husband's a great guy, but I'm not happy with the way things are going. I'm starting to dread his weekend drinking. I start to feel tense every Friday because I know exactly what's coming. He's talkative and full of energy on Saturday morning, but by afternoon he starts to get loud and scary. He keeps on drinking until he passes out Saturday night. It starts over again on Sunday. What really scares me is his behavior reminds me of my father. I really hoped for something better. My neighbor, a school counselor, told me to try Al-Anon family groups. I didn't think weekend drinking was that serious, but I heard Al-Anon members whose situation sounded a lot like mine. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Well, we're back here at Dakota Field, and Mike, again, Archie's out there here for the 7th inning, and again, a lot of times you're in the dugout, so your call would have been probably not to bring him out here for the 7th.
That's correct. The last 2 innings he's shown sign of fatigue, and he's, he just pitched a couple nights ago, like I said, 25 pitches. So this week he's at 115 pitches within 2 days of each other.
And now facing the number 2, 3, 4 hitters. So Kleist, 1 for 2 in the game, was hit by a pitch in the first, single in the 3rd, and struck out looking in the 5th.
Let's see if Archie has anything in his tank. To me, it's been depleted over the last 2 innings. And the scoreboard reflects it, as Minnetonka got 1 in the 6th and 2 in the 5th, which is when I thought he started the tire.
So look out now, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kleist. Outside.
Not a bad try. Outside corner and low. Now he's going to be expecting something to come right down the middle. And he got it. Nice play.
Great play by the shortstop and a solid throw. Jamarillo. One away. This brings up Nathan Abzug.
Walked last time up.
Again, here's, as you throw a lot of pitches, as the innings go on a little bit now, you got out of the dugout, you had a little bit of a breather, but now as you continue to pitch, we'll see how he throws here. Still coming across the plate. This is where you want to be pleasantly surprised, right?
That's right.
He's battling in there.
It's hard to be a dad and a commentator at this point.
That's right. John Fromm does that too as well. Chop. Foul.
See what Archie does with a 1-2 count here.
Abzug looking for his first hit of the game. And we got Speed in the back.
And that's what you just don't. That's what comes from fatigue.
Yeah, I think this is going to do it.
When you don't have your legs.
2 hit by pitches in 1 game. Maybe he's out of juice.
Archie's going to tell him he's fine.
No, that's too many pitches. This is Jamarillo.
This is Jamarillo. Jamarillo's come in this year and done a really nice job pitching. Archie's had 2 hit by pitches this game. Both times he was up 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So they move Kniesel over to see if you can play short.
Yep, Kniesel to short, Archie to third. Be nice for Jamarillo to get out of this inning. This next hitter has got 2 base hits right up the middle his last 2 times. He's been all over the ball.
It's a great time. You got to come into the game and face the cleanup hitter.
That's right. So it makes for exciting baseball.
'Jamarillo's had a good game so far, playing shortstop, and has a couple hits in the game. See if he can close this one out as a pitcher here.
He's had a real solid game. And he's done just a real nice job on the mound this year. He throws strikes. He's got a nice breaking ball.
First pitch just inside to Fellebaum. Fellebaum 2 for 2, as you mentioned, in this game. Abzug on first base. Gets a big lead now, and he's going. Grounder to third. Backhanded.
Nice play by Archie.
Great play by Oles. That was a tough play, and Archie did a great job, made a strong throw on over to first. Abzug advances to second, but there's 2 outs, and John Jackson, the hitter, flew out to left fielder his last time up. Three our score.
There's a nice curveball. I think he called him on the swing that time, didn't he? No, he called it a ball.
Oh, it looked like either way we were going to get a strike on that one.
It sure did.
There's a grounder to short. Kniesel double pumps, throws on over to first. They got him.
Nice play.
So Kniesel came in for Jamarillo at shortstop, was able to make the throw on over to first and get the runner, and now St. Louis Park in a great position with a chance to win the game.
It's a nice play. 2 nice defensive plays. This is what you want on your home field, going into the bottom of the inning with a chance to win it.
And also with your number 1, 2, 3, and 4 hitters up, hopefully they can get to number 4 or 5 maybe, and that would do it.
That's right.
It's been a great ball game, and yeah, though St. Louis Park with a 3-0 lead, scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Minnetonka came back with 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th, and that's where we're at, knotted at 3. Zach Elder came into the game relieving Zablosky, and he's done a great job.
He has. He's kept us off the scoreboard. A couple of them have been real close, but he's shut the door. Got some top of the lineup coming up. We have a little bit of speed. Let's see what we can do here.
Remford singled in the first, grounded out to short in the second, then grounded out to the second baseman in the fourth. Sure, as a third baseman, you got to be careful too, because he could lay down a bunt, and third baseman's going to play up on the grass. There's a number that could fall. Center fielder comes in.
No, he dropped it.
Nope. Well, they've made a lot of catches in this game, and Fellowbaum just dropping that one, and that's a big.
Yes, it is. Especially with that speed over at first. Jamarillo's 2 for 3.
Well, this could be a bunting situation right here.
That's right. We'll see if he calls a bunt in this situation. You got a lot of speed over there.
Not showing any signs of a bunt here. And if you do get Remford over to second, then you may have an opportunity to move him over to third.
That's right. Burnley coming up, he usually makes contact. Whether it goes straight or up in the air is one thing. Take a look at that.
And the pitch up high.
Nice high.
So 2-0 the count. And we'll see if Elder could be tiring a little bit here. Whoa. Boy. That one was hard to see where that one could have missed.
Yeah. Again, it's been the nature of the game for our home plate umpire.
So the 3-0 pitch is up high, and the Orioles with their first 2 hitters on base here in the top half of the 7th inning, a chance to win the game. And now the manager's going to come out.
First and second, you got the number 3 hitter up, Burnley.
If you have a closer, you got to bring him in. And
that's right.
I think we may see the I think Fellowbaum is going to come in and pitch a center fielder.
So we got a good center fielder now pitching.
And then Abzug is going to move over. So Abzug is going to go to center field. Then Elder will move over to first base.
I suspect this would be their closer. And a nice breeze coming in. It's stayed real cool here tonight for us. I don't know how it is for the players, but where we're sitting, it's nice and cool.
Well, again, with the number 3 hitter, look at 2 different instances. One, do you try and move the runners over to second and third, or do you just have them swing away? And you know, if Burnley's not really he's more of a contact hitter that you feel can put the ball into the outfield, you may take your chances here.
That's right. It'll be an interesting call to see what Coach Bissonette does here. You risk a fly ball out, and then you got first and second with 1 out. It's a totally different situation than second and third with 1 out. going to be fun. It's what makes baseball fun right here.
These close games, again, Remford with speed on second base. So a base hit could bring home the winning run. Bottom half of the seventh, 3-3. And the pitch in there for a strike. St. Louis Park with 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And for Minnetonka, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Runners get their lead on first and second.
Oh, there's
a fly ball.
Fly ball.
Center field. We'll see if the runner can tag. Remford's going to go. And Remford will be in at third. Now the runners. Jamarillo gets into second base. And similar to a sacrifice, as Burnley's able to advance the runners into scoring position.
That's right. Second and third, 1 out. Coach is going out there maybe to talk some strategy. What are we going to do here? They might choose to walk Henstein and load the bases. They may have a switch on, a defensive switch. They may bring an extra outfielder up into the infield. I've seen that done before.
So Henstein, the cleanup hitter, coming up to the plate, followed by Archie Olsen.
I wouldn't be surprised if they choose to put Henstein on.
Create a force.
Create a force at all the bases. I think Coach is taking an extra long time here. Okay, they got something up their sleeve.
They moved the first baseman.
Jack, you got to cover first on the grounder. If he doesn't go, we got to get it out.
This is an interesting formation.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this one.
It's got the second baseman right down the batter's throat, which is very dangerous.
Oh, they're going to walk him.
They're going to walk him.
In case there's a pass, I think mostly in case the ball gets by the catcher here, you've got a guy right there at home plate. So.
Right. It's a good idea.
I've seen players swing at those high pitches too to try and.
You hope that the pitcher pitches it way outside and high.
That's right.
And there we go.
All right, so can't ask for more excitement here. Bases loaded. What a great opportunity if you can see your kid getting the game-winning run here, right?
Yes.
Archie Olsen steps up to the plate. Bases loaded, the pitch inside. There's nowhere for any of the runners to go.
Archie should look for a ball right down the middle now. He doesn't want to go 2-0 on him.
And again, a tight strike zone is going to be tough for Fellenbaum, who came into the game relieving.
Here's his pitch. He should be looking for it right here.
He's got to come over the plate. And he's outside.
3-0.
So you got to take here. Make him throw a strike.
Yes, you do.
Fellenbaum has to come across the plate here. And he.
That's ball 4. That's the ball game. No. That's ball 4.
Did he call it a strike? That was ball 4. I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure what the call is either. Oh, he called it a strike.
That was tough. He did not give a good strike indication on that one, and that could have been big because you had the runners taking off thinking that they walked, and this umpire did not give a good strike indication there.
And what's more,
there's a hard grounder off the third baseman, and the winning run scores for St. Louis Park. So they're able to pull out the victory, but an interesting occurrence there.
It sure was. And that pitch was right in the same spot before that the one before got called a ball.
Well, a good ball game, and St. Louis Park able to pull it out at the end. And you know, they had a 3-0 lead. They gave up 3 to Minnetonka, and again able to come back and pull out a victory.
It was a nice win against a very good ball club.
So for St. Louis Park, Remford was 2 for 4 in the game. Jamarillo had a couple of hits as well, 2 for 3. Archie with the game-winning hit at the end. Keller with the base hit. Those were the 5 hits or 6 hits that St. Louis Park had. And you know, good effort getting Archie. Archie went deep and toughed it out. Got him through to the 7th.
Yeah. This is one of those learning games, you know, that a young pitcher goes through on any team, and you hope that they can learn from it and come back stronger next time, you know. But it was a good win. It was a good team win.
And the temperature's cooling down just in time.
It is. I hope that doesn't mean that a storm front is coming in.
Well, Mike, again, I really appreciate you helping out. I know how tough it is when you've got your son on the mound and you're typically the pitching coach. So, you know, you did a great job just hanging in there and filling in. And
thanks,
again,
Bruce.
I can't say enough about the job you did for St. Louis Park back in the days too, as well. So
thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it.
Fun to get to see it more on the level. Age level now that we're both at. So
yeah, thanks, Bruce. I had a fun time being here. Thank you.
And again, so St. Louis Park now, their record goes to 7-3 for Minnetonka. They dropped out to 7-4. Big win for St. Louis Park. And again, we want to thank everyone for joining us here from Keller Field. Final score: the St. Louis Park Railcats 4 and Minnetonka 3. So long.